Good golly, Miss Molly. Okay, give me a secundo here. I'm gonna turn that down. Don't get
Quack, quack.
My God, there's so many of you. What's happening? Okay. Give me a second. I'm not prepared for this. I am prepared, but I'm not prepared for this. See, my mic volumes are doing okay. Hi, Vera. I'm doing alright. Beep bop boop. Testing my stuff before I poke my co-host here. No, I mean, I'll be fine. I'm just, it's fascinating to me. Hi, Pearl. Actually, let me go down the line here. I already said hello to Miu. Hello, Sage. Hello, Vera. Hello, Pearl. Hello, Otter. Hello, M. Hello, my darling Menace. Hello, Beck. My queen hobo of hobos. And of course, dear Boulder, Metalicious. I hope all of you, and Pumpkin Gal, who just popped in here. Hi. I mean, I won't stop you. I won't stop you if you want to leave. I'm just gonna be yapping about silly shit. My serotonin engine. Oh, look, it's my uncle. Hello. Okay, let me go poke. Let me go poke my co-host here. Come to me, sir. Come to me. Pokey, pokey, poke. No.
Hello, hello.
Hello,
Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Awesome.
Good.
Good.
If you could just keep talking for a hot minute.
Talking for 1 hot minute. Well, I don't like to talk much, as you know. But maybe I think I could just keep going just for a little bit longer. And this way, well, at least by the end of this 1 hot, toasty minute, you'll be able to calibrate whatever it is you're trying to calibrate right now.
Thank you so much. Oh my God.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Wow.
And yeah, no, everything sounds fine. What? Yes.
Nymph.
Hi. Ah, wait, why? Why?
Nymph.
What are you nomphing? Oh my. Nymph?
Nymph.
Def not.
Damn.
And there's suddenly a hype train. What is happening? Mr. and Mrs.
no.
Riley, excuse me?
What have we done? Who's on what? You can't prove anything. What?
What?
Nymph.
Stop!
Oh.
Also,
Right,
thank you, Boulder, for all the
see.
subs. He's eating my stuff again, guys.
Just, I mean, crunchy.
I know, but I need that.
Crispity crunchy. Oh my.
Oh my. Put the papers
Just-
down. Yeah, but at this point,
I will bite.
Stop.
Biting is happening.
No.
Alrighty, 1 second.
Let me switch over to the other screen while I'm at it. So yeah, my entire house is gone. Badger was
Oh, what?
so hungry he ate my entire house.
Eating the whole house? Not entirely.
Are you sure?
Undermining, yes.
It's okay.
Just
So
pulling out the bottom brick.
joke's on you. I don't have bricks. Haha.
And what's this? Haha.
No!
Got your brick.
No! I only have 4 of
Yeah.
those. No. Oh my. Menace, you're bricked up, huh? Oh. So yeah. If everything sounds... You're going to get indigestion. Oh. Well, does it now? I'm so glad. Because I could just keep talking to you. Just you. Right in your ear holes. Anyway, hi. Hello, everybody. We're already at 77% of a hype train. Hello. It's me. The Cosmic Mother. The artist who does too many things. Riley. With my ever so darling co-host, Badger. who is ever
That's
so
me.
who is ever so kind to join me. Oh my God, Miyu, thank you for all the subs. Whenever, he's free and whenever I actually have the energy to stream, yeah. Love having him on here on occasion. It's always a fun time, as you can see. Eating
It's
my
great fun.
fucking shit. You're just
a little bit of eating.
Just a little. So yeah. Nice to meet you, Mom Mother. Jesus fucking Christ! All-time record shattered. Look at what you did. Look at what you did. Bridge with the hair. What?
Bridge with the hair.
Yeah, apparently.
Right.
Yeah, apparently. So yeah. I'm not used to being perceived this much, other than like, hey, I draw art, or hey, I'm playing games, or whatever. So apparently there's an AMA.
I did what?
People want to know things.
Who told you that?
I don't know. I just heard it through the badge vine. I don't know.
Badge vine.
Yeah, from one badge link to another.
It's a frightening. It
really is.
I don't want to say efficient, but it works.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure how.
They have their own way,
Yeah, it's a badge link. You wouldn't understand.
Yeah, I mean, hey, they're doing their best trying to understand cosmic digging still. So hey, I got a long way to go to understand the badge links and their ways. So dig. All this perception, I don't know how to feel.
How dost one perceive?
Yeah, Butterscotch did relay a message. So yeah, no. It was
shadow popped out and everything.
There you go. Percepting you, right? No.
Thou hast been perceptified.
Shit. I must fly away. No
escape.
So yeah. Somebody was like, hey, I think it would be cool to do an AMA. And I'm just like, why? Why do people want to know things about me? But no, I got a fair amount of questions, and I appreciate all of you and those who sent multiple questions, because again, this is something I'm not used to, but hey, if people are interested in it, fine. Why the fuck not? So, fuck. Shit.
Fuck.
That's my echolalia forever now.
Yeah.
Always. It's just badgelings run my brain. That's it. They're the ones running in the wheel. It's not hamsters, it's badgelings.
That's how they do. Oh, they go.
Oh, Kirsty, God damn it. Why are you talking like Shakespeare? He does that sometimes.
Shakespeare, what?
You were talking like Shakespeare for some reason. I don't know. It's just what Emmy
That doesn't sound right.
Yeah. But yeah, we've got a series of questions that my dear co-host is going to read off for me to answer. If we've got a little bit of time after, I'm more than willing to open it up to the floor to ask any further questions. We'll see how long this goes, obviously, depending on how much I ramble. Because, dear God, I never shut up when I get on something.
Ramble.
So, yes. Yap Town is open. Exactly. Especially if it's something that I am incredibly passionate about, which, from a general skim, General. There's at least one or two in there that is going to be a problem.
What? What do you mean?
I went to Yap City and they said you were the mayor. I mean, it wouldn't be entirely wrong.
A little bit of yap. Didn't hurt no one.
Oh, well, I hope you do too, Miyu. I am recording this, so I will have a copy for it that will upload at some point when I get to it.
I also like the fact that I can actually hear the drum of Batman's butt. That cat puts up with so much shit. Oh my God.
Oh, we have an understanding for the last 11 years. Don't play me on the plain TVs. I don't know how to feel about that. There's enough people perceiving me right now. I don't need a whole plane of people perceiving me. I was drumming my cat Batman because he's in my lap right now because he's like, I want attention.
Yep, he'll do that. He'll do that.
So much hype.
He's
training.
very good at it.
He's a good boy.
He is just a flopped cat. He is lovely.
Redeem 200 channel points, Batman butt pats. I might have to actually add that, honestly. Because if he's around, most of the time he usually is. So yeah, appreciate y'all for the subs. You are too kind. You're really too kind. Does Badger have a badger then? Well, I mean, yes.
In spirit.
In a way, yes. Yeah. Permission to butt. Yeah, Batman, for anybody who doesn't know, he gained that nickname. It was very fitting when he was young because he was the cat who, in his litter, would literally sit off in like the little corner and watch everybody. So it's like he was watching, like the Caped Crusader himself. He's a good boy. Let me just give y'all a peeky poo here. I gotta turn my camera back on 1 second.
Yeah, exactly. Brock has a Twitter page, and if that doesn't make someone real, I don't know what does.
Yeah, exactly. So here is the boy for you all to see. The one who's getting many pets.
Perceive him.
Simba. All the drumming pets for the Batman.
He likes it most of the time, but occasionally he was just like, I don't like that.
Yep.
But 20 times out of 21, 20 times out of 21, yeah, he's completely fine.
Yeah. Oh, Kiadoki boy, you silly Batman.
Harley's probably around.
She's
sneaking.
She's actually over napping on the couch beside me right now, so she's taking a little nappy nap.
Exactly me. 20 times out of 21. Do you not use a 21-point scale? I mean, I do. Everyone does.
You spread his little toe. You silly boy. Oh my goodness. Alrighty. So.
Alrighty.
Let's go ahead and get this started. I believe I did send you that document, right?
Indeedy, yeah.
Okay. It's like, did I do things or am I imagining everything that I'm doing?
Something like that.
Time is a blur.
Yeah, exactly. You got base 21. That's what we're going to go for.
Good.
My favorite. Either way, sorry, yeah. First question is, I guess, more of a request than a question. But can you give Unky a kissy?
Oh, Uncle. We've been over this. we've
Go on, don't describe what Uncle is.
My dear Uncle Minnie, with the strangest socks you ever would believe. I will give you one kiss and it will be on the cheek. Do not be fucking weird about it. My mold uncle, yes. My mold uncle. Uh-huh. my moldy uncle. Yeah.
Oh dear.
So you get
just who is this fun character, this Unky Minnie?
Minnie, if you recognize Minnie, they are the one who actually has created the Broctus, the Brock cactus, the tomato brocks, among other little things. They're also the ones who made the cute little character photo card things, along with a couple of other deer artists. And Garlic Brock, true, yeah. So yeah, it was one day, I think it was, I asked, hey, can I be your uncle? And I was like, you know what? Sure. So I have gained an uncle.
The cosmic family increases.
Truly, are insanely talented.
Do you have any other uncles or aunties?
As well, that apart from actual family, not sure
Interpret
yet.
as you like.
I'm not sure, honestly, unless I'm suddenly gonna gain uncles and aunts out of nowhere. I don't know. I don't know. There's been an interesting family tree I've seen running around, and so I'm like,
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah,
Less of a family tree and more of a family
Bolt.
rose bush.
Yeah,
Just we're kind of pile of spaghetti. We're just guessing this one.
something like that. Ugh,
Yep, tasty meatballs here and there, and a
yeah,
lovely sauce to go on top.
truly.
Whoa, delicious.
Ugh, we love it. We love to see it.
Absolutely. Okay,
Of
so
course.
what piece of art are you most proud of and makes you the happiest to think about?
Oh my god. That's really fucking hard.
Let's
Cause
sort of macro level. What kinds of genres of art do you like to draw? Topics and what subjects?
honestly, I'm very much, if I have to go to my core level, I'm always some, you know, I don't know why I wanted to say subsidiary. That might work. Some subset of like a high fantasy with kind of surrealistic themes. That's always been
Mm-hmm.
something for me. And then you've just got the flex of all the other genres in there. Yeah, I don't know why I said subsidiary. I was like, that's the word I want.
Yeah. Sometimes the brain just decides, nope, we're gonna go down this route, and we just
It's
follow it.
so yeah. It's there's a handful of them. It's so difficult for me to say because it that goes into the yapping area of, well, over the years I could say this piece is or that piece is. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but I probably will say if I have to choose, there's like two of them that come to mind. Really anything that I managed to actually like try to emulate a painted style. Actually no, there's three. Um,
Mm-hmm.
there's one Leyendecker one that I did, which ended up becoming another project, which is Red Nocturne. Vampire comic.
Good old vampires.
So yeah, because yeah, it was like I want to do a Leyendecker portrait of Badger and and I was like, God damn it, this looks like vampires. I need to do a vampire story. Fuck it.
Vampires
Um,
everywhere.
so yeah, that one is definitely a favorite. But apart from other two out of three, I'm trying really desperate. You don't see it in my brain, but I'm struggling. I'm trying really hard not to say I like everything. Um, I like so many things.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, I mean, you draw a lot of characters in a lot of season things. Which ones do you like to draw the most?
um, draw the most. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
that would
I mean,
prob
which
that
ones do you like to draw the
I
most?
mean, to be honest, it probably would just be my Witch Sona. Because I can really play her up. But as far as pieces, though, because I do have two others in mind. Um, two others in mind. One of them was kind of, uh, sort of a self portrait in a way. It's
Mm-hmm.
very adjacent self portrait, which was I did a piece that was based off of the Horsemen of Death and the Four Horsemen. And I remember that one I specifically took it was a monochrome piece, but it was the mix of very fine lines along with kind of a rendered style. Um, really enjoyed that one because that was one of the times I actually properly loved how I drew a horse. And just some of the elements of it that I really appreciated from myself how I took it because I like adding little details um, that just kind of add to the layers of a piece. Like with the scythe, for instance, and I'll probably be popping these up at some point. Um,
Oh, sorry, I mean the hedge trimmer. Yeah.
yes, the hedge trimmer. God damn it. um, but yeah, it's like there's a bit in it where I think it's the scythe crosses over the horse's face and it shows it more skeletal, so it adds to the depth
Oh,
of
very nice.
death. Um, but then there's the other fancy lawnmower, yeah. um, but then there's other one that always comes to mind is a fan OC based off one of my favorite bands, Ghost, for anybody who knows. And if you don't, you really should check them out. They're great.
Yes, I have heard of this ghost.
Yes. And yeah, no, it was I believe the original portrait that I based it off of was one of Mother Mary, and there's two figures who are holding I believe it's like a crown of thorns above her head. I don't remember specifically. But I did that one based with my character Mother Memoriam, who in her lore is essentially the unholy mother. But she's not like, oh, I'm the negaverse of Mother Mary. She's still kind of Mother Mary, but it's in more of
Another
like,
way with a goatee. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, but it was a very fun piece to do, and learning. I like to learn or just kind of study the way certain people do these type of paintings and try to emulate them in a digital style. Um, it's very, very fun. Hello, Grizzly. So yeah, I'd probably say those are a handful of things that I've really enjoyed and are top ones for me so far.
Very nice.
Right now. Yeah.
Is there any type of art that you enjoy making the most?
Oh Lord.
Like the actual process itself?
There's two spectrums of this. On one side of the spectrum, it's goofy ass little doodles and silly shit.
Oh yes.
As we all know. Yes, the Hades ones are definitely fun ones to have emulated.
Those are beautiful.
Thank you. Like I said, I like studying people's styles and in a way kind of just integrating my own sort of techniques with them. There's Brock Scribbles and then there's Hades. Yeah, no. I actually really adore rendering in a sort of painterly style, and seeing how I can kind of go about and essentially kind of break away from what I used to do, which was very airbrushed. And if I went too airbrushed, it started to become a little weird for me. So yeah, if it's not, I'm just simply doodling again, for example, a badgeling cosplaying Spike Spiegel. I'm rendering some sort of high fantasy otherworldly thing. Those tend to be some of my favorites. If not that, I love anything that has jewelry, shiny bits, shiny details.
All the shiny things.
All the shiny things. This is why I adored my D&D character Tayrim so much, because I decorated that bitch. She was opulent as shit. So shiny, so sparkly. I'm a magpie at heart. It's hard not to. Any chance there's a character that's got some sort of bling on them, I'm like, yes, come here, give me.
Get rid of it.
No, don't get rid of it. Put more. I will cover you in shinies.
No.
So yeah.
Amazing. Alrighty. Yeah. So we've already been introduced to a couple of your pets, but do you have any others?
I do not have any other pets, but in the
say that.
In the as far as you know, I do not have any other pets unless you count all of the plants that I have, because dear God, I have so many.
So many plants.
Disco ball that bitch.
Your trio of felines. What's the third one?
My trio of felines. For those who don't know, I have 3 cats. They are all 11 years old since April. Always plants. They are all from the same litter. They are a mix of Siamese and some potential black cat breed. Not entirely sure. All strays now, my loving pets of 11 years. There's 1 boy, 2 girls. There's Batman, Harley, and Maisie. Maisie is a silver point. She has more of the Siamese look than her siblings, but if you saw Batman, he's got that kind of long pointed nose and the tail that goes forever, like his mother. I do not have any other pets.
Where did Maisie come from anyway, the name? Because obviously got Harley, got Batman. What happened with Maisie?
Her story, honestly, was as we were so graciously bestowed upon us these babies by their mom, who was a Siamese. She was a Siamese stray. We were gradually, adopting out these babies because we wanted them to go to good homes. And because we couldn't, keep a whole litter of cats, with all the strays that were going, like, wandering around our house at the time. And
Mm-hmm.
this was the old place I played. Winna! Um, but, um, but yeah, Maisie actually originally was going to be adopted by one of my friends, and she gave her the name Maisie.
Okay.
But one thing led to another. She did not come back for her, for whatever reason, and so we just kind of had Maisie, and then we had the other two left, and so essentially it was, well, nobody else was coming around to see these pets, these animals, and we ended up having them longer and grew attached to them. So they ended up becoming our three little kitties, which I am so grateful to have.
Yeah.
These ding dongs keep me going.
Them silly little things.
They're so silly. I adore them so much. My friend has
Amazing.
11 cats and it concerns me. Hey, if they can handle taking care of 11 cats, more power to them.
Exactly. Yeah.
Me, I don't. No. No.
Have you had any plans of getting other pets?
Um. Honestly, somewhere down the line, I would not mind. It really depends. It really depends if I end up in a place that has a little bit more space. Um,
Mm-hmm.
if I had to make a choice, I would love nothing more than to have either like a ball python. They're very, very good, well mannered snakes. Of course, now I'm reminded of one of my friends' albino pythons, her leucistic boy, Egon. He was so pretty. Um, yeah, I would not mind having a ball python. I've always wanted a snake since I was like little. Uh, if not that, potentially maybe a dog. Um,
Oh yeah.
I always immediately think of a German Shepherd because I adore German Shepherds so much. Um, and he'd probably keep me a little more active than I tend to be.
Fair enough.
I'm here for it. Hey, we can mutually keep each other active, and I love
Oh
German
yeah.
Shepherds so much.
Yeah. German Shepherds are lovely dogs.
Yeah.
Very, very good personality.
What
If
would
not a little bit derpy.
it's okay. That works with me because I too am a little bit
Exactly.
derpy.
Exactly. Distinguished babies.
Yeah. I'm always brought back with that. I'm always brought back with the stories I would hear about my uncle, who I never, unfortunately, never got to actually meet, because he ended up getting into a motorcycle accident at a very young age. But I always heard the stories with him because he had two of them, and they were his babies. It did not matter that they were grown. He would lift those babies like nobody's business. He adored them. And I would just keep
Oh.
imagining it because you see this man. He's obviously like he has the resting bitch face because I've seen pictures of him and I'm just like, I really kind of wish I met you because I feel like we would get along really well. Um, great man. Was very protective of my mom, his sister. Great dude, and I always loved hearing about that with his dogs. But yeah, either if there's more down the line, maybe a snake, maybe German Shepherd. Who knows?
Yeah. No, sounds fun. Sounds very fun indeed.
Yeah,
Hopefully something that the cats will get on with as well.
yeah, yeah. Here's open.
Oh really? So yeah, we have from Leah Darling saying, love your work so much. My questions are how long have you been drawing for?
I have been drawing, well, technically all my life. Um, ever since I could pick up a pencil, a crayon, a art utensil of some sort, or slapping my hands in paint in kindergarten onto paper. I still have those, I think, somewhere.
Yeah.
It was
Fingy
we
paints.
got finky paint time. Um, but as far as like actually taking it into like a more quote unquote professional route, I've been doing it since 2013.
Very
So
nice.
for a long time. Very
Did
long
you
time.
study art at school or anything?
Yeah, I I had a little bit more direction with it in a variety of different mediums once I got to college. Because every other school system, well, that's not true, because technically senior year of high school I got a little bit more uh, ability, let's say, to actually dive into more like fucking studies I cared about. Um,
Mm-hmm.
which was some art theory type stuff and some really nice. I really adored that teacher. She was great, Miss Vanderhoof.
Hell of a name.
Yeah, she was a very sweet lady. She showed us a lot of different techniques with like watercolors, color pencils, and things. And I also still have some of those art pieces as well. But I got more in depth with it come college because I went to an arts college.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was I Riley crayon art one. I'll have to pull them out and do some crayon art for you guys. Maybe that could be a fun little thing if I can set
Yeah,
up.
crayons. They're the tastiest.
Try to, yeah, they are. Maybe I could try to set up like put my camera above my desktop and do crayon art for people. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
That'll be insanely cool. Yeah, definitely.
I need a setup. Yummy and waxy.
Mm,
Yeah, no, I did
smooth.
um but yeah, no, I went through a slew of different art classes and then spontaneously did a forensics class in the middle of that, which is always funny to me. If anybody ever looked at the list of stuff that I did, it's like, oh yeah, she did black and white photography, she did like dance classes, she did graphic novel studies, children's books, and then forensics. And it's like, wait, what happened here? Um, but yeah, I did a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
Fucking hey, yeah. I've been doing it for a long time, and it feels like it's been 50 years, but it's only been like
Very good.
however long.
Oh, God, yeah. It creeps up on you. Uh, but yes, a second part of that question. How, and I mean how, do you draw titties so lovely?
I remember this now. It's called, much like in any art study, you just need to just kind of look.
Just look at titties. There you go.
Just
Yeah.
look at titties. Look at titties of all varieties. They're all wonderful in all shapes and sizes and colors. And like, my God, titties are great. If you got your own titties, don't matter what kind of titties they are, use your own titties for your own studies. I do it. There's I can't tell you countless times I've looked at my own titties and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna try to emulate that.
How does I boob?
How do I boob? How does one booba? Praise the yids. Exactly.
Praise the
Exactly. Boulder.
great bahonkadonks.
The Bahonkadonkaroos. Yeah, no, it's
Bow down hankeros.
and as I always tell people, like, if you're not entirely sure, like, well, how do I, properly draw a titty and how it sits? Okay, again, just go find some tits and look at them. Don't just go to don't go to random people and be like, hey, let me see your tits. Unless you get consent, get consent.
Only
It's very
consensual titties.
Consent.
Consensual titties are the best titties.
Yes, exactly. Consensual titties are the best route. Yeah, no. Find studies. Go to live drawing classes if you can, if you have it accessible. Well, I mean, just give me a time and place, Matt, and we'll plan it, and I will provide you some study material.
Oh my.
Bitch, let me see your titties.
I think consent doesn't mean you just ask louder. Just a heads up, just to be entirely clear on that one.
Just because you're loud doesn't mean it's gonna happen.
Fucking gremlin stance. Sir, show me your titties.
Yeah, no, that's perfectly understandable, Grizzly. I mean, I think it just kind of takes time to. I don't exactly want to say desensitized, but it's probably the best way to describe it. Desensitized from what you may have grown up around or have been told, like, don't look at that. Bodies are natural. We are weird organic meat suits. It's fine. We're not going to get slapped unless somebody's going to have a problem with it, and then if that's the case, that's their problem, not yours. Gandalf, big naturals.
Yeah, exactly.
Get your tits out for the lads.
Delicious piles of flesh to be sculpted and molded.
Exactly.
Sorry. Bring out your intimacy. Sorry, not partial. Either way, sorry.
Yes, no.
I shall not bring my nerdery here yet. We'll see.
No, it's gonna be full nerdery in this place. You can't. It's if you didn't, I'd be sad.
Excellent.
I can hear Patrick licking his mouth.
Oh god.
Yeah. So take your time with it. It's your own pace. Become comfortable with it. Become comfortable with your own titties. Become comfortable with looking at other titties, especially with study images, stock photos, anything that's available.
And hey, doesn't even have to be nude if you want.
Yeah, exactly.
It can be entirely clothed.
Yeah, exactly. And
there's plenty of demand for clothed titty as well.
Exactly. I mean, goodness, I know so many people who've done amazing stock photos just like that. That's where I get a lot of my studies from. Even for that, or even just somebody who has already like illustrated something. It's like, yeah, that's a cool direction to kind of understand how this works. So yeah, you know, it's just really just kind of ingesting what you can into your brain and play around with it, study it. No different than any other sort of anatomy.
Yeah, there you go. Just roll around with it in your head and just play with titties.
Yeah. Pretty much play with titties.
Be one with the boob.
Observe, study, be the boob.
Perfect it.
Become boob. So yeah, it's taken a while, but you know, I will continue to perfect the boob because all boobs are good boob.
Done damn good.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay. Yeah, Beck asks, howdy, I was wondering, who is your biggest inspiration art-wise? Who and or what makes you want to keep working on your skills? So yeah, hit us with your first, who is your biggest inspiration?
I will always, without a doubt, without hesitation, in any way, shape, or form, first and foremost is my mom. My mother, I cannot express enough how much she really, you know, I cannot express enough how much she shaped me to be who I am, and allowing me the space to be able to create when she had a time that she had to stop, because whether it was because somebody told her like, well, no, you can't do this anymore, you're a mom, and she had to put it away, and she's always been a big inspiration for me. I will sing my praises about that woman until my last dying breath. Like I adore her so much, and I want to always kind of keep going with that for her, in honor of her. She is an amazing woman, and I will not say was, because she's still an amazing woman. I don't care if she's not in this plane right now. She's an amazing woman. Always been my biggest supporter, and I gave that back to her for a while, and then that's how that's how she ended up creating a bunch of Audrey 2 replicas from Little Shop of Horrors, which I still need to make a map for and see like where were her records before, you know, she passed, because that was going to be a thing. She was going to make a map and like mark where all her Audrey 2s were and be like, Audrey's taking over the world kind of thing. It's very cute. Other inspirations, it would have to be, wow. The only one that immediately comes to mind is Frank Frazetta. He does phenomenal work. Big fantasy illustrator, does amazing depth in his artwork.
Yeah.
My God, that man.
Absolute classic titan in the field.
Very, very much. Was also another one of my mom's favorites. There's this one artist. I feel so bad that I cannot for the life of me remember her name, but she's done a lot of illustrations of Betty Page. If you know of Betty Page, is one of the top pinup women in history. Um, Very beautiful rendering. It's very much that she has the lines on it, but there's still that sort of like semi-realism to it. Um, then you've got artists down the line from like comic books, for example. Always love. I absolutely adore Eric Powell. If anybody does not know of his work, please look into the comic The Goon. It is phenomenal.
Oh yeah.
Any of his other work. Yeah, I was gushing to you about him like some time ago. Because there was supposed to be something that I'm not gonna go on about that. And my brain is going to start losing its shit. There is let's see, I have to remember his name. What was his name? Bruce Timm. Bruce Timm was another one. Animated Batman series. Loved his style. Mike Mignola, Hellboy. A little bit, only a little bit, I'd say, of Geiger, H.R. Geiger, for that surrealism, strange, phallic sci-fi. Tickles my brain in a weird but fun way. And of course, when it comes right down to it, all of the artists that I've come over the years, all of you guys, like, dear God, I'm so tickled. I'm so tickled. It makes my brain happy because I see how people work their process, and especially when we get to watch you guys actually create these pieces. Yeah, Olivia. That was her. It was Olivia something. She does amazing pinups. My God. Then there's a whole variety also of older pinup artists that I adore, like Elfgren, and of course, Leyen Decker. My God. Painterly things to make the brain go burr.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, no, I adore all these people. Mom is the biggest one. All you wonderful fucking artists that I find in any way, shape, or form doing all your stuff. You guys are amazing. And continue to make me want to explore and to expand on what I do.
Absolutely. Yeah. What gives you the most inspiration to keep improving, or even what ways do you find the best way to improve?
Keeping improving. Experimentation. You know, that that's a big part of it. It's the experimentation and seeing like, well, how can I break something down and learn it and learn the processes that this person took potentially. I'm also now remembering another comic artist who does major surrealistic art. If you know of the comic Frank, that is some acid trippy shit. Good lord,
We love a good acid trip. Why not?
But man,
What is art without acid, right?
It's something.
Generally, where would the art would be without acid? I swear, there's got to be a.
I don't even think that was the case. I just think that man. I think he was actually just kind of going through his own sort of thing, which adds to the process. But it's also like, well, that's interesting to kind of look at. But yeah, it's you know, it's the experimentation. It's like anything else. I'm somebody who adores. I want to know what makes things tick, but not in a weird way. It's like, well, break it down for me. It's like somebody can tell me, well, how what's your process of writing? What's your process of doing this art, or how do you start your art, or how do you go about something? What's your process in world building? Give me all the dirty gritty details. I want to eat it all up. and see how much I can understand it, and like, or what can I take from that. And I end up learning in that way of like, well, wait, that's probably something I never thought about. And I want to try to apply that somewhere. And that's why I get so inspired by all these different artists, these creators, or really anybody, how they go about their day to day. And that's what kind of keeps me going. If it's not simply living out of spite and saying, no, fuck you, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. Y'all can eat shit.
I mean, spite works for a lot of things.
You know, so that's...
Pretty sure I know at least a dozen cats that live entirely out of spite, so yeah.
Yeah, you had one.
Oh, he was fun.
You know, I want, and that's probably the more blunt fuel to the fire. But the other one is going to be the very soft, sappy part, which is I want to remind the world that it's okay to be soft. It's okay to enjoy yourself. It's okay to leave the world brighter than it was. Because we don't need to be left in this shitty, cloudy state. We're dealing with enough. You know, find that joy. Experiment.
Yeah.
Dip your fingies into the paint and
yes,
make what's in your mind. Even if you just want to make little hand turkeys for the rest of your life, you know, if that's what you enjoy, then do it. Just fucking do it. Make your turkeys.
You heard it. Hand turkeys all over. Need to see at least 20 hand turkeys by the
Give
end
me
of
the
this stream,
turkeys.
damn it.
I require turkeys. So please do what you love. Don't fucking ever stop that. Don't push yourself too hard, but you know, please take care of yourself while you're doing that. But please.
Alrighty. Always cool. Yeah, here's a fun one from Fuggins for you. If you inherited a nice property with sufficient money under the condition you use it all to open a small business, what would you try to open and why?
Oh my god. My immediate thought
is it have to be a business?
It does say it has to be.
It does say it has to be a business. So.
Okay.
As much as I know it would be fun to run away in the woods and live with the animals, you do have to perform some business with it.
You know me all too well. Because I'm like, nope, I'm leaving.
I see.
My immediate thought is a bakery. Whether that could be considered a common thought, when it comes down to it, if it's not, you know, something art-based, which in a way has kind of been something I've been wondering, like, maybe I need to redirect myself here because I'm getting real tired. And I'm trying to do the things I love, but I'm getting real tired doing it as a job. Yeah, no. If I'm not creating, like, art-wise, I adore baking. I love cooking. If I could legitimately just be, you know, that one bakery that people stop by, like, on the road or whatever, and send them on their way with some, like, nice baked breads or cookies or something. Tots. I think the tots. I would make so many tots. It's just like
all the tots.
So many tots. It's Kiki's delivery service level of fucking shit. That's me. I'm sorry, honey. I don't have my thing up. Yeah, no, it would be a bakery because I adore the process. And if I get to make, you know, all these little goodies that can not only feed me but feed others, then that makes me very happy. Do all the baked goods and, again, continue to experiment, see what else I can make. Who knows? Maybe I'll be the next person to make, I don't know, the coolest baked something or another.
The cosmic tart.
Oh my god. It's the it's just like no. Um, yes, I will in fact kiss you over the banana bread. Always, forever.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Well, I guess going back from baked goods to the art world again. Pumpkin asks, would you want to create or work on an animated series one day?
Please. Please.
Would you want to work on your own series, or would you want to work on an existing one?
A comically large butter patch sculpture.
Huh, not a bad.
Don't tempt me. You know, I'm going to grab something real quick here. Oh my god, stop moving. Because I did see something in the chat here that I want to touch base on probably. Oh god. Well, obviously I would love to do my own series.
Oh, sorry. I'll just quick aside. Yeah, we'll take a little break from we've got some questions already asked here, but we'll take a little break about halfway through, and we'll take some questions from chat if you like as well.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Absolutely.
But yeah, yeah, whenever is a good place to do a quick break, we'll do that.
I'm just like I said, break from the questions themselves. We do have we'll get to about halfway, so a couple questions more. But yes, please. Sorry.
Okay. Good.
What kind of animated series would you like?
Oh my god. I mean, obviously, I would love nothing more than to work on something that's already pre-established.
Yeah. What would be your favorite one to work on? Or even one that's already been. Any particular animated ones that you've really enjoyed the style of?
Castlevania.
Ooh, yeah.
Castlevania. Since now that there's an animated series of it, would love to do that. If not that, maybe potentially, I'm trying to run through my Rolodex of animated series.
Suggestion of gargoyles from chat.
Oh my god! Don't get me started. Oh, if they.
Hello, Ari. Welcome.
Help. Hi, Ari. Yeah. Oh no. Gargoyle is the reboot by Riley. I would pass away.
What about one of your own series? Because
I would.
Obviously got a lot of them going. Would you ever want to turn one of those into an animated?
Metalicious, you need to knock it off.
Vampire the Masquerade. Yeah, that would be interesting.
Ooh. Okay.
Screaming.
But also don't knock it off because I would jump on that. I would. Anything vampires. My own series. Ooh. My own series. What is something that I've been wanting to do? I would not mind doing an animated series of any of the comics that I have been working on. Or
I mean, I'm getting a lot of vampire vibes.
So vampires, I mean, honest to God, I shit you not, I think Witch's Wield would be very cute as an animated series.
It would be very cute.
If not that, probably anything that's based off of the other projects I've got working and I'm trying to get back to. My God, Brock's Adventures, I would do that in a heartbeat. You have no idea.
Wand of the Bloxy.
Wand of the Bloxy. He's gonna have a game. Mark my words. He's gonna have a game. I will make it so. But yeah, no, if not any of those other ones that you guys are more familiar with, I would love nothing more than to do an animated series based off of the comic that I've had on the back burner, which was The Mark. It's a more of like a Western Gothic type story. Yes. But if not that, probably where is my brain? You
don't need that. No brains, only memes.
Only memes. The brain meat. But no. There's actually one that is a cryptid-based story that I'm working on, and I fully intend to actually create a sort of like field notes kind of tome based around that story that people can actually have in their collections, and is actually going to have like various little field notes with each cryptid. Cryptid solutions. Keep that in mind, people, because that's
Cryptid solutions.
that's going to be a thing. Yeah, it's again another one of those. Haha, this is a funny idea, and then it evolved, and I'm like, oh no. Yeah, no, it would be really fun to put more Western Gothic stuff out there, and I think the Mark would be an interesting one, considering it's one that I want to gently touch on the subjects of the effects that stress can have on a person, because that is a very big overarching theme with it.
Absolutely, yeah. A lot of scope there, a lot of scope to work with.
And trying to handle that properly. Please, more of the price comic for reasons. Well, that's obviously happening.
I mean, it goes without saying.
I just
so much price cut.
I just need more spoons. So yeah, probably any of those, really, if I had to.
Very nice, yeah.
Animate them, yeah.
Okay. Well, then, a little bit of a turn. Well, Riley, what's your favorite scary movie?
Give me a second while I reboot. Small side but related. One of the staff members at my local Safeway did that over the intercom, and I almost had a heart attack. It was obviously like the last hours that they had on shift, and I'm like, I'm just gonna go get my snacks and stuff, and I hear them over the intercom say that specifically. It very, very, very good, by the way. Like, really well done, and I was like, that better not be serious.
Uh-oh.
No.
I say what in the voice? I didn't say anything in the voice. Don't worry.
He just spoke. I don't know.
I just speak normally.
He's just speaking.
This is just my normal voice.
Favorite scary movie. Again, this is very hard. Pile of Riley to clean up on house. Yeah.
Okay, let's go. So, supernatural or not supernatural killer? So, like Ghostface, for example, not supernatural, but Jason, supernatural.
Jeepers Creepers. Jeepers Creepers. I have to say that.
I really love the monster of that one. And the premise really cool, but
it's like, I obviously have a multitude of love for each and every like slasher, monster, supernatural, like of course, sure, I had Pennywise pop up in my head, both Pennywise, because one, I love Tim Curry, and he's such a shit. I love him in that.
Space. No,
space.
Different one.
I'm gonna go where capitalism hasn't.
Pennywise in space. Let's go.
He just went back home. The spider clown went back home. The Creeper from Jeepers Creepers is probably one of my top ones, and as far as like scary movie, and that's difficult for me to say because I grew up as a horror fan. Thank you, Mom. My mom was a horror fan, so I grew up around it. But the Creeper, for some reason, is just, like if I have to say anything about him, he's very relatable. I too would sleep for however long it is and then wake up and then just go on a romp, create stuff, maybe
people, what the fuck, they turned me into a scarecrow.
Stretch out a bit, maybe grab a small child, run off. It's a small snack, hey, whatever, make cool weapons. Be cheeky with people, while I'm awake. Like, hey, this is the one moment you get to see me awake. Come and see my mural of people in my cave. somewhere. Like, look at the pretty shit. Like, look, I graciously, kept that couple together, and
Yeah.
they're like student rings. Like, don't look at my little ninja star. Look at this shit. My shuriken is made out of bones and skin and teeth. Like, come
Look at
on.
my shuriken, isn't it great?
I have made it out of your date. Um,
Got him.
Haha. Just a cheeky bit of taxidermy as a treat.
As a tweet.
So yeah, it's like I love a variety of scary movies, but Jeepers Creepers is always one that I can always come back to and enjoy. Probably more so the second movie. Because that, I don't know, it's just something about that one I prefer more. Not that I don't love the first movie. Don't ever speak.
It's Tim Curry, isn't it?
There's
There's a pattern.
Well, I mean that, but as far as like Jeepers Creepers, don't ever speak to me about the third movie that doesn't exist.
To be fair, I don't think I've actually seen Jeepers Creepers 3.
Don't bother. Don't bother.
I bet if they made, of course it doesn't exist, because I bet if they made one, it would probably be a horrible disappointment to the first two, which were pretty okay.
Yeah,
Fortunately, they never did.
This...
Much like they probably would have ruined something like, I don't know, The Matrix if they'd made a sequel.
Oh, God, don't
but
even
they never
start.
did, fortunately.
Don't even start.
As we all know, it never happened.
Don't even start on that.
But speaking of...
So, yeah.
I suppose sticking to something that you don't ever want to see a sequel of. What is a video game series that you can play over and over again without losing joy? This is from PG. I don't know if those initials mean anything to you.
I'm gonna assume my assumption it was one of my other darlings who sent me a plethora of questions, which I appreciate. Good thing they didn't write all those extra Dune books. Honestly, most Zelda games or Silent Hill games. Either of those two franchises.
Silent Hill, yeah.
Yeah.
Going pretty disparate angles there.
Yeah.
And they're both, I guess, Japanese in origin, but what about Zelda do you like best?
It was honestly kind of one of those first game series that I grew up with, so it has a very special place in my heart. I, want nothing more than like to be a kid, run off on some adventure and do all these different things and see all these fantastical people and creatures, and there's just something about the way that this series was made and all the little details that I really enjoyed. I adore, as much as of course I would love to see different directions now, because we've gone so far into the franchise that it's like, okay, cool, we love the same formula. Can we try this? But it's fine. I still love them. I still love all the varieties of them that have come out. Breath of the Wild, as one of the latest ones, was one that was kind of, it also kind of stuck its place in my heart, partly because one of my best friends, not only, my mom helped to actually buy Breath of the Wild for me, and so I had it at the ready once I got my Switch, and then it was, I was asleep at one point. I think it was like early January or something. I just remember it was, I think, after Christmas, and my mom's like, "You have a package," and I was like, "What?" I'm just like half awake, and my best friend, actually had gotten me a Switch. And so I was like, oh my God, wait, she actually fucking did it. No, wait, no. And it was very cute because it's like, the premise with Breath of the Wild, Link waking up after some odd years and shit. And I was all like bleary eyed, and I was like, oh, this is relatable. Huh.
I feel you, Link. I feel you.
So, Nintendo doing something different. But yeah, so, it's had a place in my heart since I was a little kid. So.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
What about Silent Hill?
Silent Hill, that's when I was in high school.
Oh yeah.
Woo. That's a thing to introduce myself into high school. I obviously have my reservations about some of the later games, as anybody does. I want to throttle Konami so bad. Because I just want more content, not pachinko games. Um, no, Silent Hill verges into my love of psychological horror, surrealism, specifically
Mm-hmm.
because I started off with the third game. Um, and surprisingly enough, that was one of the ones that actually kind of got me a little bit, because most things don't typically bother me. There's very few games that do that to me. Like, I will actually feel like the jitter anxiety because
Mm-hmm.
of something, and Silent Hill 3 did that for me. And so, but then I also just really loved deep diving into not only like the character lore, even with like, even Silent Hill 2. Because I went the third game, the second game, I think Origins the first, and then gradually went on to the later ones.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you know, um, just something about, I live for really pushing the boundaries of what you know of as normal, what you know of as like uh humanoid, what are the representations of certain aspects of psychology, your own like mentality, the things that
Mm-hmm.
affect you. It's a very fascinating thing for me, and that's kind of has been shown in some of my work. If you
Oh
really
yeah.
deep dive into some of my stuff, when I'm not just drawing witches and badgers and
And hey,
badgelings
even
and
even those are a reflection of some things that you're feeling.
yeah, exactly. There's a whole variety of stuff. I adore psychological
Mm-hmm.
horror.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's good to express the positive parts as well.
Mm-hmm.
So hey, when you see witches and boundlings, it's usually in a positive light at least.
Yeah. Always. Always forever. I hunger for tarts. I hunger for tarts.
So,
That too.
yeah.
That too.
But yeah. If you guys want to start leaving some messages in chat, I'll just give one more question, then I'll go to the chat for some more. But we get told asked by Pumpkin quickly. Would you rather be trapped in a maze with a minotaur, or try to convince Icarus not to fly too close? Sorry, to not fly too close to the sun.
Oh Lord. Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, is it bad that I don't even want to bother trying to get Icarus, like persuading Icarus not to fly into the sun?
Wow. What did Icarus do to you?
Icarus did nothing to me. I just don't know how
Uh-huh.
persuasive I could be. The Minotaur
I mean,
want me.
to be fair, probably the best way to convince him is just to say, like, yeah, do it.
Yeah,
Fine, I
fucking
won't.
do it. Sorry. It's just telling me to go to go with the fucking spiritual entity. You bet you won't fucking do it. Yeah? Try to fly close to... Oh, fuck.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. He has, in fact, flown too close to the sun. Shit.
Yep, should have tried the reverse psychology. Just proves it does affect.
I... I mean, yeah, that's a possibility. I guess maybe I'm just also like, I don't mind being stuck in a maze if I potentially end up with a minotaur, but that's just me. That could be the end of me, but
Excellent.
hey, what a wonderful way to
Okay.
die,
Would you rather be alone in a labyrinth with a man or a minotaur?
Not this fucking minotaur.
Minotaur. Yeah, okay.
Minotaur, hands down.
And the minotaur takes it again.
More like Icarus, the original petulant child.
Yeah.
It's not
Icarus,
wrong.
the original edgy teen. It's not a phase, Dad. Everyone's flying into the sun. Like, shakes hair out of face. You gotta take off that collar. It's a choker, Dad. It represents my soul. Okay, buddy.
Okay, so, sure. All right. Well, you want to go away from the sound if you want that Philly steam.
Oh, tasty.
Owlbear or Manwich, man. Go ahead.
Exactly. Yeah. But yeah, so when asking, which tarot card do you see you as, Wywee?
Fuck.
I don't think fuck is a tarot card.
I need, I,
Otherwise, I would be much more aware of it.
I need a counter for how many times I have said that. For this.
Fuck.
Fuck. Um, I admittedly, I see myself as, you know, okay, listen, it's not the Emperor because that is technically what my card is.
Oh.
But if I had to choose, yeah, there is a way to look up to see what your birth date, you're looking up your birth date and what tarot card you are associated with. Technically, I am associated with the Emperor. As far as a choice of what card I'd say, I feel like I would say is more fitting to me, or that I would choose for myself, would probably be the Death card.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, mostly I think because there's always a shifting change. And not just because of the way that I also designed Death on my own deck, which you can get at my Ko-fi shop. Plug. But yeah, something about the Death card, much like anybody who's, not aware, like, oh my god, that's like such a scary thing. It's really not, actually, when you get down deep into it. I don't know, it's just something about the shifting change that death brings, and that's not necessarily just the eternal nap. It's not just that. It is just everything changes, and I kind of resonate with that a little bit, because I always see a shift, and I always kind of like seeing a shift, and sometimes I don't, but
Yeah.
I'd say that card.
Change isn't always necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes it is fun. I mean, bouncing a little bit back to the last question, would you rather be alone in the woods with a Starion or with an owlbear?
Astarian, I adore you, but owlbear.
Yeah, reasonable.
I really.
At least you know what the owlbear's gonna do. I mean,
also just fluffy owlbear, like, come on,
true.
that is the cuddliest motherfucker. Come, like, seriously. And no, the owlbear's not Halston. It doesn't have. I mean,
No, if Halston, does Halston have an owlbear form?
I think he does.
He can do, can he? But he never really. Yeah, it's only really if he never goes into it like naturally. You have to make him do it.
Yeah, you have to out of his slew of ability of changing into whatever animal.
Yeah, that little tease, little slutty druid. I mean, so.
Damn it.
Yeah, we have what kind of pieces that you draw do you feel elicit the most emotion? Bit of a deep one, but yeah.
Elicit the most emotion. Anything I've drawn most of the time the past couple months, probably.
Which one do you feel resonates with how you're feeling right now, or like most accurately how you're feeling this time of the year or whatever?
It's not quite an. He's a slut. It's okay. There, now I can actually watch my auto mod. I like that my brain immediately went, well, right now it's Tart Eater. Right now it's Tart Eater.
Oh yes.
But that's more on a musical sense. This time of the year, anything that I've painted that's very soft, I have no particular piece. There's been a lot of pieces that I've really leaned into more of the softness of just kind of sort of a watercolor kind of like style. Anything with flowers, anything just. Because obviously, like, I can render until the cows come home, or I can just draw the most unhinged doodles known to man. But, like, a lot of the softer stuff lately, even just something as simple as, like, cute domestic things, or just out in a field. honestly, that one canopy piece was
Oh yeah,
was very soft, just for a lot of reasons.
always a nice one. Yeah.
I'd say that one probably, because it
Yeah.
not only was something that I'd experimented with, but it's just like no, we just really need the good feel nap vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Just going off into a nice little glade, go under a tree. It's sunny. The weather's just right. We had all the good food, and now we're taking a nap.
Mm-hmm.
Not a care in the world. Just for that
It is the
moment.
best feeling.
Just chill. So that that one.
Always good. Yeah. Okay, I'll go back to the list of questions we had before, but yeah, I'll keep an eye on the chat. So if anyone has any questions they want to drop there, I'll dip into those as well now and again. But a nice little simple one to get back into the list. How long have you and Badger been friends?
How long have we been friends, Badger?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Let's think. What is it around? Was it like October last year? Something like that?
It has to. Well, wait. I know at least it was around in October. It has to have been at least a year now. Or at the very least, it feels like that because I know.
Possibly, yeah. I mean, I keep thinking that, but then again, I realize like I haven't even been doing orders for 2 years yet. I've been doing them for 20 months.
Because I know, because like if I had to go by like a base like point, because I know when I started talking to you, you were only at like roughly 10,000 on Reddit, I think. I believe. And so it was still relatively early, and you had just barely been doing stuff for a year in your content. And I definitely know we started, well, actually, technically, we started talking around, I think it was August, possibly of last year.
Yeah.
I think so.
I don't think it was 2022 or 20.
Yeah, no.
No, definitely not 2022. No.
No. Even though technically you had been in the fucking shadows and I had no idea. But that's not where
been following Riley's art for a while. I was like, yes, this art's really cool. I like the fantasy stuff with it. And then suddenly,
it's the maze. I've gone into the maze like, oh, I'm on an adventure, and like, wait, somebody's been watching me this entire time, and I don't know who. I've been perceived.
I am in the walls.
He's always in the walls. So yeah, I'd say roughly a year, at least.
Yeah, sounds about right.
And
okay. I just had a quick scroll back, and it looks like first started talking on Discord at least in mid-August last year.
Yeah, that's just
so there we go. It's 9 months.
Wow, shit, we're almost coming up to a year. Holy shit.
Indeed.
Well, it's been fantastic. And I look forward to
it's
more.
It's been an adventure.
It's truly
it's incredible you haven't run away. But I haven't got away yet.
I haven't got... Oh, and now it's got away. Okay, well...
Exactly.
Joke's on you. I'm koala clinging to you right now. You can't get rid of me.
We have annexed the witch's hut. Next the rest of the forest.
Ah, fuck.
The badge wings glow.
Yay, hand turkey.
And turkey.
Slips Brock a couple of walnuts.
Yeah. Buggins for you asks, what is your favorite sauce? Buggins for you actually asks, favorite sauce?
Sriracha or peppercorn.
Oh, yeah, good choice.
Yeah.
Oh, how are you on spicy things?
I love spicy things.
What's the hottest chili you've had?
And
do you go for the crazy hot ones, or are you just kind of like, I enjoy spice, but I don't want to kill myself?
I will try anything once. And at this point, I do really want to try. I do want to be one of those people that tries like a bunch of different peppers. I think. Excuse me. Yeah, no. I am somebody who likes spice, but I need the flavor. Because otherwise I'm literally just burning myself. And while that can be a fun time, I'd like to enjoy what I'm eating, please.
Oh, yeah. I will actually say, because I saw pop in the chat. Yeah, oh, come on, try Carolina Reaper. I do actually have a big old pot of Carolina Reaper powder, and a
Oh.
little bit of that in a chili is amazing.
Ooh.
Carolina Reaper actually has a really nice flavor and a really nice feel, as long as you're not just, eating a whole one and dying.
Well, yeah, obviously, just a little bit of something, it can really make a difference. I think if I can remember, I think at some point I had a little bit of a ghost pepper, but I can't remember. I don't remember,
I remember
when
those ones, yeah.
specifically.
Those ones are, yeah, those are funky little
Um,
beasties. I remember having a Maruga scorpion
Ooh.
once, and I was like, this tastes like I just swallowed a scorpion. I hate it. So me and that don't get on well.
But yeah, yes, a ghost pepper. A ghost pepper. I had a little bit of a ghost pepper at some point in my life, but I can't remember when. In terms of like the hottest that I have had. Yeah, no, I'll have to try that. A little bit of Carolina in a chili. I haven't had a chili in a long time. Ow.
Yeah, it's one of those ones I keep on forgetting. Like, oh yeah, you can make a chili with basically anything, as long as you got some tomatoes and beans.
Yeah.
Hell,
Yeah.
don't even need beans sometimes.
It's very true. I love spicy foods. Any kind of spicy foods. I want to try them all. I love them.
Good.
So, yeah. Bean.
Damn. In fact, I actually have some fermenting in my laundry room right now. I say laundry room. It's a cupboard. A laundry cupboard. It just happens to have a washing machine in it.
I was like, why
so
is
we
it...
hereby refer to it as the laundry room.
I was gonna say, why do you have peppers in your laundry room? But at the same time, I'm like,
dry,
well,
it's dark and it's warm.
yeah,
that's what you need to
exactly. That's what I was gonna say. I was like, well, wait, no, that would be perfect to help ferment it. So
exactly.
Are you a kitchen wizard? Are you a kitchen
a
wizard?
wizard is never late. He ferments exactly when he wants to. Here we go. The pumpkin ass again. What was the first anime art style he tried to copy?
It's a toss-up between Sailor Moon or Ranma, because those were ones that I ingested consistently as a child.
Mm-hmm.
If it wasn't on TV, it was from the VHSs we picked up, because I basically followed in my sister's footsteps in the anime world. If not that, it was some variety of like clamp art. It was always some clamp art. It was always like the very like overly pretty bishonen like styled art.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely was big with Sailor Moon. Big with Ranma. Rumiko Takahashi's work was a big one for me that I started off with. Oh my god, Cardcaptor Sakura, yeah. I need to see comic which Sailor Moon outfit. Oh, well, I have to add that to my ever-growing list. With the jars and the doodads. Yeah, no, it would have to be any of those. Because I didn't get into any of the others until, like, later. Yeah, no, it'd be those.
Yeah, absolutely. Good times. Okay. How about then, as Metalicious asks, do we have a random bee fact for us? Bee the badgeling, I presume.
Yes. Bee. It might sound like multiple facts, so I apologize.
Hey,
Bee
I don't think anyone's gonna complain.
Bee did not come around like the other badgelings did. Bee appeared from the ether herself. She is a very magical little badger. And the reason why I point out this fact is because once she became part of the family in the witch's hut, there was just something peculiar about her. But not peculiar in a bad way. She, much like her namesake, is a bringer of joy. Bringer of good things. She is also a badgeling who will spontaneously appear in random places and probably scare you shitless.
Yeah.
Because that's just her thing, and she's just kind of like, hi, like it's nothing out of the ordinary. Or unique red quote. So, she is a very magically inclined badgeling who appeared and is amongst the many thousands now of all the sets.
Mm.
Um, and I'm very happy to have her along with her brother Barnaby.
Excellent. A fine little badgeling family there. Um, okay. Interpret this one how you like, I guess. It feels like something from a random tell, but how do you feel about being friends with someone your other friend hates? Feel free to answer that or not answer that how you like.
Mm-hmm. Um, I'm gonna go with the the statement that has been said along the many places. Not everybody is gonna be friends. Now, I will, however, say, unless it really came down to the scope of some real problematic shit, then yes, I would probably have to, reevaluate some things.
Mm-hmm.
But not everybody's going to get along, and, that's fine. Um, I mean, I've had friends who have not liked one another, and that's okay. We're human.
Yeah.
We have feelings. It's fine. Um, so, yeah. Um, if that's how it's going to be, then as long as everybody can be copacetic and understand, then fine. If there's some problematic shit, we will communicate. Like some people don't. I'm not emphasizing this for whatever reason whatsoever. Communicate.
I guess on a more lighter point, what do you go to on a baked potato?
Oh my god. Always, always, any baked potato, you gotta have your copious amounts of butter. You gotta have your bacon.
Butter, bacon.
You gotta have a little bit of sour cream. Sometimes you can have some
Mm-hmm.
chives.
Oh, there we go.
Ugh!
Cheese?
Cheese, always
Yes or no?
cheese.
Always
Yes,
cheese. What kind of
always
cheese?
Um, depends on how I'm feeling. Generally, I'm good with a sharp cheddar.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe if there's a mix. Sometimes I like a Colby Jack, sometimes I like a Parmesan.
Ooh.
Sometimes I like I don't know, like I said, it's whatever I'm in the mood for.
Insanely important question. Beans?
I've actually never had beans on a baked potato.
Well. Well, well, well. Kirsty, get the beans.
I mean,
Baked beans on a baked potato. No, they're good. They are good. Not just because beans go on everything, but beans go on everything.
I'm just gonna no comment.
Laughs in British. Chili cheese baked potato.
Oh, chili
baked
cheese
potato.
baked. Oh. Okay, I do.
Not gonna lie, one of the best little like random meals I've ever made. I'm just looking in my fridge, just trying to find something to do, and we had some leftover like new potatoes, little small ones.
Yeah.
And managed to just boil them up until they were just about soft enough. Then crushed them, put oil on them, chucked them in the oven, cooked up a chili, and had just a plate of those little like crushed crispy potatoes with some chili on top, and that was just bam,
Ooh,
banging.
that does sound banging.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god. I want chili cheese fries
Sorry,
now.
yeah, it was basically chili cheese fries, but without the deep fried potato. Just
Yeah.
oven baked potato, so I can pretend it's healthier. It's slightly healthier.
It's just slightly.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry, yes, there we go. Oh, there we go. It's common French ability to wear potato flowers in their hair. I can believe that.
Oh, I didn't know that either. I'm so sorry, Menace. Listen, I know I'm gonna get hungry too, so I'll be right there with you in like a bit. I'm gonna make fucking salt.
Okay, and we then have a question from Rana. Do you have any favorites of your various Brock creations?
I'm so glad you can't see my face right now because I'm just panicked.
Yes.
Yes. If only I could put that specific sticker in here. And not have it be a tiny pixelated emoji.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Tiny blank expression, eyes glazing over. Does not know how to answer, but knows that yes tends to work.
Yes.
Yes. Exactly. Not one thought.
Not a single thought. Out of the thousands upon thousands of Brock creations that I have done, because I know that there's so many and it will never stop.
So many.
Do I worry you sometimes with how much I've tried?
Oh God, no! It's amazing.
Okay, good. I worry sometimes. Like, he's got to be getting sick of this by now, right? No, I'm glad you do.
Cheesecake tarts. Oh my. Sorry.
Brock.
We'll deal with the chat questions in a second.
Brock is a wonderful little lad. He is a very sweet little badgeling.
Oh, thank you so much, Kirsty.
Oh, thank you. We don't choose to draw Brock. Brock chooses to just draw him. It's true. Let's see. What is some of my favorites? Or at least one of my top favorites. That's so hard.
I could have a guess. You tell me how close I am.
Okay.
The Tartantuan Titan?
I mean, yes.
It must be baked.
That
sketch with bacon Tartantuan Titan.
Yes.
Pulling out the oven and going, it is risen.
You know,
and
honestly.
Little Brock there going, yeah.
Yeah. I have to say that has to be at least a top one because it makes my heart squidgy good.
Squidgy goods.
The squidgy good of my heart. Just imagining helping this little lad with his D&D campaign and being like, you know what, I got just the thing. Let me bake you this. We'll figure it out, because that goes right back to my love of baking and experimenting with baking. Like I would go through so many toothpicks. I would go through so many toothpicks. Oh my God, the bath. The little bath
windy.
doodle. It's so fucky windy. But yeah, no, the little D&D doodles, and especially that one, because yeah, I would be that way. I would legitimately 100% be that way. Be like, yes, it's ready. We have your monster for your campaign. Ha ha ha. Because
every weekend he's coming back here. We need another Tartantuan Titan.
Okay. I'm gonna be.
What happened to the last one? Yes.
Yes. He has gone for a nap. In my tummy.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. Bless him.
Oh. Yeah, no, the bath ones were... That bath one is my favorite, too. He's just so poofy.
Exactly.
It's either that or, like, just any of the ones where I've drawn him specific... Wait. The Brock origin story. The Brock origin story pieces... when he was a baby and how he came to, like, you know, actually, like, find you.
Yeah.
Oh my
Those ones were
God.
adorable.
Him when he was, like, asleep after eating the entire tart and he's asleep in the tin. That one's that one.
Yeah.
I don't remember if I posted it on Twitter.
Well, yeah. Well, they absolutely regale people. What is the tart? The Brock origin story.
Yeah, okay, so hearing how this man had gained his wonderful, wonderful son, Brock, who is the most adorable badger and badgeling. So, oh God, hold on. I gotta look real quick. Because maybe, just maybe, if I can do this correctly. Give me one moment while I try to go through my chaos. But yes, there is a story of how this little lad came to be and how he had arrived in Badger's home and is known as the first of his kind of the clan. The how did you put it? How does his title go? I don't want to butcher it.
Spiritual son and first of the Tart Templar, the protector of the clan, and of all things Tart-related activities.
Yeah. Did my program fucking okay. I was like, my program crashed. No. Let me see. Let me see if I can pull this up for you guys because I have to just read you the story. But yes, it's been a long running story of his origin, and he has ever since gained quite the clan. The clan continues to grow, and it's been
always grow.
Absolutely wonderful. Let me try to finagle this. Where's my window? But I will regale you with the story because I could not, in good faith, not create something based off of this because it hit my heart so hard that I could cry. I could cry for days because of how sweet this was. And I'm one for a good story. I'm one for creating something based around that story. Or a story. I love cute shit. I will die anytime. So if you can see it, hopefully.
We can, yes.
All right. So this is how you will know the origin. And at some point, I think it would be very cute to have this as an actual physical book. I'm just saying. It would be very cute.
We'll have to look into merch.
Yeah. If not, at the very least, you need a copy to have in your collection. Because again, he's your boy. He's your very sweet boy. So yes. Okay, I was like, wait a minute. I remember there was a typo I had to fix before. There once was a small badger whose name was Brock. There he is with his mother. Very sweet lady. He was one of many in a wonderful clan of badgers, all who lived peacefully amongst the wood. That is, until something stirred through the thicket of the trees. Danger was afoot, sudden and alarming. It scared the badgers to their core, scattering every which way that they could for safety. Brock, unfortunately, found himself separated from the others, left all on his own. He found himself in a very, very strange place. Where am I? Through his exploration, he found a small door into a completely new place. He was quite hungry from his journey, but no food could be found. He dug into many places. He found many things. Unfortunately, a lot of them were too tall, too confining, or fake and plastic. Until he climbed the tallest of places and smelled something quite heavenly. A delicious Bakewell tart. Not too hot, not too cold. It was the most wonderful thing his little eyes had ever seen. And he ate it all. Upon waking from his slumber, a new, much larger animal peeked across the way at him, surprised. "Hello there, little one," the man said. "You must have traveled quite for some time to get all the way here." Brock looked to him curiously and sniffed. Perhaps he was a new friend? "Would you like to stay here with me forever, little one?" The little badgeling wiggled happily in the man's hands, finding the idea a good one. And so begun the journey of adopted son, protector of the clan, a small badger named Brock. And now you can see why.
Exactly.
That is
And one of the reasons why, I enjoy badges so much, but in general, just one of the reasons why I use so many of their imagery and things is that, with badges, they don't really like necessarily work in like families per se. They have their clans, and because of the way that badges breed, when they have a litter, they can actually have a litter with multiple fathers. One female can mate with several badgers, and they can have several cubs from different fathers. So because of that, they don't like have any kind of necessarily like blood ties, and they scent mark one another. Well, they'll mark each other with a scent, so that's how you can tell who's in their group, their clan,
Yep.
just by their scent. And because of that, they can even adopt other badges, other badgelings when they're ever orphaned or alone or anything. Or even if you find a bunch of orphaned badges, you can put them together and they will form a clan of their own.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how that's how we try to represent it all. The clan is always growing. The clan's always accepting. Doesn't matter where you are, where you're from. Always safe space in the badges.
Of course. Oh, my heart. And that's what I love about it, and I will never get I will never get tired of you saying any sort of badger facts at all, ever. I'm
Badger facts are what we're here for.
so enthralled. But yeah, that apart from the ones that I've mentioned, it definitely has to be when he ate the entire tart, and he was just so chubby and fat and happy.
Pudger. 50% pudge, 50% badger, 100% pudger. Okay, so back to the questions we have. On a scale of 1 to 10, how down bad are you for the ghoul?
I knew this was coming. Oh God. Okay. It's not even an 11.
12.
It's not even a 12. Okay.
18.
How much time do I have to talk about this man?
As long as you need.
Square root of pi. Got your nose tea. Okay, well, I'm gonna try. I say with strain. I'm gonna try to not go on too much about that man because I will not stop. Over my history of playing Fallout games, to which at some point I want to get and play the first two because it feels like I should, because I only know about them, and I started off with the third game and then went forward. I became very accustomed and absolutely adored the ghoul characters throughout those games. And because, there's such a variety, and frankly, I lean more towards characters that are not the atypical characters. And whether that's just because I relate to that sort of character archetype, or it's just something that I prefer. I was excited. I was cautiously excited about the show. And I was like, oh, they've got a ghoul. Okay, well, that's great, because, implementing other little things about it and not just, like, cutting corners. Which, frankly, if you have not seen the show, I recommend it. I really do. Fallout. Fallout, the TV series. It came out not too long ago.
Very recently.
And, honestly, I'd say phenomenal job. They really touched on a lot of stuff, and even if you aren't familiar with the games, it's still a good show. The ghoul. I cannot put that man on a scale because it's almost in the same spot with like Hancock from Fallout 4. Yes, the raisin grizzly. My bacon bandito, as a friend put it. But Yeah, Badger and a couple other people can contest that I was totally normal when we were watching the show. Because
Oh, so normal.
because I because I had already watched this show at least like 3 times prior. um and a lot of times it's just good background stuff, but oh Jesus. Cannot put that man on a scale. He, again, like I was saying, he's practically up there like with Hancock from Fallout 4. There's just something about the character and the way that he's introduced to the point of like the end of the series that it just hit so many check boxes for me that I don't have any more paper. I have no more check boxes. I need more check boxes just to even continue. I'll turn him into a grape. Okay, well, for one, you're essentially quote unquote waking this man from the dead. If I didn't express enough how much I love Western Gothic themes, you're playing the Western Gothic theme to an extreme degree. And especially with the way that his origins were. I adore his origin. I adore him from the start, and everybody should know this by now about me. And if you don't, you know what? Whatever. I'm calling myself out. I'm weak for a Western drawl. I am weak for a Western drawl because I adore cowboys. I adore Westerns. Not a lot of them, but I adore Westerns. Why are you making plans? Oh no. Love me a Western drawl. Love me a cowboy. Love me a man who knows what the fuck he's doing. Morally gray characters, hi, my name is Riley, how you doing? But he's also got like some good in him, but he's also like, I am not afraid to fuck you up because of my own potential gain here. But also, I might reflect on some stuff. I like well-rounded characters. I like anybody who knows a lot of the different parts of the show, if you've watched the show, my brain is going to mush because of this man.
Entirely expected.
Yeah, Pearl, yeah. I remember that now. You guys are killing me. That too, and that's not entirely related to that, but there's cowboys there. That day was full of cowboys, and I was not okay. I was okay, but I was not okay. No, the ghoul. That man could hogtie me and I would thank him, okay? You know, that man could hogtie me, that man could say the fucking nastiest shit to me, and I'd be like, yep. No qualms.
Thou shall get sidetracked by bullshit every time.
God time. Oh! That fucking killed me, and I loved that little tidbit. It was great. Because it's true. It's true. And listen, like, near the end of the series specifically, one of his monologues, I'm sorry, but like, in the best way possible that I can describe it, the basement is not a basement anymore. It's an aquarium. It's the water. It's flooded beyond reason.
Sploosh.
Shit. I want to see what of him is still stiff. I mean, I have no qualms. Not an aquarium. Deep sea. Oh, just, yeah, I can't put that man on a scale, but he became an instant favorite, and like even my friend, like when we started the series, because we wanted to debut it together, we got snacks and stuff, and even like food that we're like, oh yeah, it's like, you know, like our rat on a stick or something, but it's actually just like, you know, skewers, and we got like blue drinks to kind of act as like our quantum, you know, cola and stuff. It was great.
Nuka-Cola Quantum.
And but yeah, no, we got introduced to him. We're both like, oh no. We were doomed. We were fucking doomed. Oh my god, don't get me started on Nick Valentine.
Oh yeah,
He's so good. See, if it isn't that type of cowboy or that sort of type of character archetype, I adore me a classic old-timey detective. Oh my god. I'm so
Oh yeah.
Bethesda, I fucking hate you. So yeah, oh, Arthur Morgan. Oh no. You
Mm.
guys need to just
All the cowboys.
just saying I need Arthur Morgan in my life.
Arthur.
I'm not Arthur. You were one of my
Arthur, I broke the goddamn wheel.
Oh, I broke the goddamn wheel again. You were one of my favorite parasites. Wait, no. Your old Brenner in Westward. Who? All the cowboys, just pile them on
so
me.
many.
I'm gonna lay down.
Every last one.
Pile all the cowboys on me. I will not
Now
leave.
that is a very small bucket. It's all drop in a very, very large bucket of drugs.
Walton Goggins, I adore you. You and your cocky little smirk. Ugh. That man needs like every award for that role. And he's also Agent Whiskey. Goddamn. Yeah, no. I also continue to because it was a funny tidbit because I was listening to some of the little interviews and stuff with the cast, and I just love Walton's like cheeky fun personality because it was like they were asking questions and they were doing a snog marry kill type thing, and there was one of the choices was a death claw, and he's like, yeah, I'd snog a death claw like with no hesitation. And they're just like, really? He's like, oh, come on. Like, yeah, of course that you
No
do.
question.
It's like, you just want it so you have like the right to say that you did it. I'm like, my man. He knows where it's at.
He knows. He knows.
He knows. So yes, I adore Cooper Howard a normal amount. So yeah. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah. Reasonable.
Fuck.
All right. Moving on from Ghoulish Cowboys. If you could only listen to one sleep token song ever again, what song would you pick?
Well, I have one of the songs in my head immediately, but I want to think a little bit. Also, yes, I agree.
We shall wait.
Also, I agree. Ghoul audio win. I'm not nudging you.
Yeah.
Heavily.
When I'm not sidetracked by bullshit.
Yeah, fair. Okay. Sleep token songs. I unfortunately can never just choose one, but I try to at least give you a top 3. If I had to listen to them, if that was the only one that I could listen to, it's in a top 3. It's in a top 3. And those who know Sleep Token will understand. Take Me Back to Eden is at the top because when I first listened to that song, if there's ever been a piece of music, a song, anything that just immediately hits you in like a very innate, like, oh, that's right to the core, and for whatever reason, like, I feel incredibly seen in my entire existence kind of thing, it's that one. Sleep Token has an amazing way of producing their music, but also it is something that I would not say is for the faint of heart, only because they really, really play into a lot of emotional themes. And if you are going through some shit, be forewarned. You are going to feel shit. Oh God. I will answer that in a second. Fuck. I have to remember what was even on the playlist when I went to my show. The second has to be Alkaline. but I will go back to Take Me Back to Eden, because one of the things one of the things I will say that I love about that one is it's you could put that in a movie, you could put that in a game. The build up with that one is amazing, and there's little details in there that if you really listen with some really good headphones, there's like this monstrous guttural sound that makes me think of like the way that everything is being described in the lyrics. Like there is an ancient creature that is waking up, and it is just letting out this cry, and that's what I hear with it, and it gave me like the most insane goosebumps. The other two out of the three for top ones has to be Alkaline, because that's another one that I sort of resonate with, because I love the multifaceted just aspect that they have in their music in general. Alkaline has, because you can really apply it to a lot of stuff, even if a lot of their themes is about relationships with the self, relationships with other people, how things can be potentially toxic, going through the motions of that. And you could apply it to a lot of different things. Alkaline anytime. Oh, I adore Jed. Anyway, Alkaline, she's not acid or alkaline, torn between black or white, she's perfectly misaligned. That could not be the most better way to describe somebody that is both perfect and imperfect. And I adore it so much. The third has to be Rain, because while there is, again, multiple layers to it, because it could also mean the band is Sleep Token. While it could also be like, oh, well, what I get from you could help me, even though it technically is not good for me. But the way that I heard the song is like, you know, I don't want to be a problem for you, but I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that. But the moment you smiled at me, everything was fine, and just all this ick washed away from me.
Mm.
And it's so fucking beautiful. And I'm just like, okay. Huh. Because I felt that. I've felt that with a lot of different people. And it's, even if it's people I haven't actually seen, it's just those little things that it's like, you could see it on both sides, like the negative side and the positive side. I see it more on the positive side, because there are people who have done that for me, where it's like, you could have just said something simple to me. You could have just done something so small, and it's like the world was fine. Like I didn't raw dog trauma, you know? But yes, Sleep Token, highly recommend them. Just be wary. They are very emotional.
I love a band.
Who performed live? Oh God, what was my playlist? All I know is I'm glad that they didn't start playing Take Me Back to Eden like some of the other songs, because I would have been on the floor. Believe me, there was like a couple songs that I was like, uh-oh, because I was still going through some of my own things with relationships and stuff at the time, and I was like, no, oh, okay. I'm in danger. I think, honestly, I don't really think that there was a song specifically, but more specifically just seeing them live in a close, small setting. And I'm very proud of them for how far they've come, because they deserve it. They deserve it for all the stuff that they do. But being in such a small, close proximity with the people, and the people were great. Nobody was like rude or anything. Everybody was wonderful. And especially those who were like, you're tiny, do you want to move up? And I'm like, are you sure? Because
I would.
Because I am 5'3". So I am a small. Just the whole show was transcendent beyond reason. And it's just fun to actually get to see like these people do the things on stage that they do, like 3, for instance, one of the band members, and his little twirling things that he does, or how he directs people, like, okay, we're gonna do a mosh pit like spin thing. Okay, open up. Okay, now go do the thing. like he's
Spin.
conducting the crowd to spin. Yeah, move me to the front, small people privileges. I really wish I was closer. I was trying to get a painting to them because I was like, I want you guys to have this. But I wasn't close enough. Pin up on wall height. I have seen Ghost live, and that was also another wonderful show. I'm not going to go too much into that, but it was wonderful. It was more than I could have expected. Hi, goddess. Hi. Welcome.
Hello, goddessy.
But yeah, Ghost is phenomenal. See them if you ever get the chance. Same with Sleep Token. Ghost was an all around just like great time. Like if you want like between those two, like Sleep Token's the great one. Like if you really do want to just sit in your feelings and cry like a baby, Sleep Token. If you want to kind of still have the feels, but also have the bit bop fun satanic band, which is not actually satanic, but they just like playing with it. Ghost. Ghost. Ghost does have their songs that hit me kind of similarly, but for a variety of reasons, you know. So yeah, Take Me Back to Eden, Alkaline, Rain. Those ones. So yeah, I just
Very nice, yeah.
yeah.
Alrighty.
Lord.
So, going from music back to film again, do you have any comfort films? And if so, what are they? From an anonymous.
Comfort films. One of them used to be Cabin in the Woods. It's not anymore. Don't know what
changed it on that.
Don't know why. I guess it was just like at the time it was like, oh, it was just one I could go to.
I can feel that.
Comfort films.
For me, for a long time, I actually used to really like Scream. Like I just used to go to that one, but then nowadays I'm just like, you know, I enjoy it. It's a fun film, but it's not like it's not one I just go like, comfort. No.
Yeah, it's just one of those ones that I mean, it's kind of like what I was saying about Jeepers Creepers. I can go back to that one and still have a good time. Would I call it a comfort film? You know, Menace, that is a very good point. That the Beauty and the Beast film, specifically the French 2014 one.
La Belle et la Bête.
La Belle et la Bête, yes. I would honestly probably say that is one. Because, you know, if only just because of the visuals, it's so stunning. Actually, I do remember one. It was The Brothers Grimm. The Brothers Grimm with Matt Damon and Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
And Peter Stormare.
Matt Damon.
Yeah. It really did. It made me so happy listening to you and David and Rum and like whoever else popped in when we were watching it. And just hearing them like, oh my God. And I'm sitting here like, hee hee. I'm glad they're enjoying this. Oh my God, Treasure Planet too. Yeah, no. That's another one for me as well. I adore Treasure Planet so much. And frankly, I feel like it didn't get as much love as it should have. Let's see. I know that there are some.
You got the makings of greatness in you. But you gotta take the helm and chart your own course. Stick to it no matter the squalls.
And maybe someday I'll be there watching you and I'll catch some of that. Oh, God, I'm gonna cry.
When the time comes, you'll get the chance to really test the cut of your sails, show what you're made of. Well, I hope I'm there, catching some of the light coming off you that day.
I'm okay. I love him so much. That movie's great.
There's something special, Jim. You gotta rattle the stars, you are.
It's me, I'm Jim. It's me, I'm Jim. God, I had brain. Hello. Other ones, because I'm also trying to think. Oh, okay. A couple others to add to that bundle.
Mm-hmm.
Would have to be Legend.
Oh, Will Smith?
Another beautiful film that
Oh, sorry, no.
no, not that one. No.
Right, sorry.
That will also make me
That's
I am Legend.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't want to cry. That one will make me cry.
About to say, yeah.
It's a good film.
Which Legend is that one?
That one, ooh, you hit a landmine with that.
There are several films called Legend. I know that.
It's Legend, the fantasy-based one that has Tim Curry as the Darkness.
The
He's
1985. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. And yeah, Tom Cruise as well. Just
Yep.
for reasons.
For reasons.
Is that his first? No, sure.
No, I don't. I don't think it was his first.
Like major one. I guess.
Ooh.
No, yeah.
You want to talk? You want
That's
to
what's going on.
You want to talk about? You want to talk about sexual awakenings as a youth.
And youth.
And youth. I love John Wick too. But good lord. Yeah, that's a good one.
Okay. Well, it did predate Top Gun, so there is that.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's right. Yeah. I love that my brain's like, haha, do you want to remember anything other than the one you're gonna say? No. I would. I almost want to say the Never-Ending Story, but I also have conflictions about it because of reasons, and people who have watched that film will know why. But it's another one of those fantasy ones that I grew up with. Fern Gully was another one because nature, the message that didn't quite, do what it was supposed to. Doesn't help you. Again, got Tim Curry and you made the bad things hot. So hey. Oh yes, and of course Robin Williams. Yeah. Oh, Batty.
You love my toxic love.
That tickled me. Oil and grime, poison and sludge. And then one to round it off is just a very spontaneous 180 because I adore cheesy B-movie horror films. Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
I don't Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
Oh my god. Yeah. Rubber. That's not a horror film, but it's, well, is it? Maybe? I don't know. Tire. Attack Tire.
A film about vengeance, a revenge film, yeah.
Something like that. Maybe.
Sure, why not?
Kind of adjacent. Attack of Killer Tomatoes. God damn. Yeah, no, Killer Clowns from Outer Space became one of those, and again, another one of those ones I can go to and be like, yeah, I could put this on at any time. I'm not going to get tired of it. It's so dumb, but I love it. They also came out with a video game. I forgot about that. Oh my god.
Of course they did. Why wouldn't they?
Yeah, I need to look back into that because I hadn't checked up on that. You know what movie terrifies me? Terrifier. Well,
Yeah, pretty terrifying film, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, got quite a good collection of comfort films there.
Yeah.
We got one, I'm going to say penultimate, but we have a nice little collection of rapid fire ones to finish off from Pearl. But we have, I guess, our last longer form question. We have Mimi asking, if you could bring to life one fictional character from any type of media, who would that be? And I guess that means if you could bring him into the real world.
Yes.
Or her, or it. We've already discussed Ghoul. We may just have to imply just a honorable mention to Ghoul.
Honorable mention Ghoul. Oh my god, August. August is a good choice because he was a very yeah, I streamed this visual novel dating sim, which was Cryptid Crush. I really hope that there's more. I might need to check their Patreon. I can't remember the creator. I'm so sorry. But yeah, look up Cryptid Crush. You guys definitely, I recommend playing it. It's wonderful. They have great storytelling. Cryptids is always good. But there's a werewolf.
It is developer Drowsy Drake Studios.
Thank you. There's a werewolf. His name is August. He is a single father. And he takes care of his daughter and his sister. And he is adorable, and I love him, and he has the dad bod. He's so good. Oh good God, Moros. If I had to choose a character to bring into this reality, you know,
Oof, Darling from Monster. I mean, most of the characters in Hades would be pretty good fun.
My God, I would die a second time. But at the same time, it's like, well, wait, and then it's like,
Boy.
well, would they? Bring Kunik for a night or 10,000. I'm glad you arrived at the airport, Miyu.
Well done, Miyu. Well
Boy, you got this.
I mean, yeah, Kratos and Hades, pretty similar.
That's so fuck. Halson.
Ooh, good call. Good call.
Halson.
Yep.
Because yes, I'll say this. There's so many I would love to have with me here now in this reality.
Mm-hmm.
I, however, know the potential repercussions of having certain characters.
Oh God, yeah.
Especially,
the amount of ones that would come out and will likely either kill you or ditch you immediately are quite high.
Yeah. I can be persuasive. Don't get me wrong. I can.
Oh yeah.
I can. But if
looking at you, Ghoul, I'm sorry, but I'm looking at you, Ghoul.
He's morally gray. You know, he can't help it. That's just, he's lived for 200 years.
Morally gray. I will go with that. Yeah.
You know, so I wouldn't blame him for pulling some shit. Same thing with any gods. Same thing with any monsters. Whatever. I have a plethora. The world would be doomed. Halson. We've got a man with a heart of gold. I fucking love druids. The man is about nature. Hello, you're checking a box. You can change into animals. Dear God, the way this man speaks to me. The way he speaks to you.
I will also note, does have a badger form.
He does. See, that's another plus right
Just
there.
in case. Just in case.
The man can be a good plethora of animals. He's probably well versed in all sorts of different, you know. He can help me. He can help me with my herbalism studies because I would love to get into that at some point. Just everything about that man just checks so many boxes, and I feel like he's got a pretty good head on his shoulders. He's not without his faults. But also Halson. Yes, and he whittles. Oh my God, and he loves ducks. He whittles and he loves ducks. I will take that man to the lake that is downtown, and he will have a ball because there are so many cute ducks down there.
Damn right. Damn right.
So yeah, you know, like Halson. Halson is a top one. He's a top one, and he's the one I would choose.
A very fantastic one. Okay, so we have a few more quick fire questions from Pearly Pearl. And this one's here. What flowers will you choose if you were to build a bouquet to represent yourself? What are your favorite flowers?
Okay, so to build a bouquet, and it would also depend on the color type. Center has to be stargazer lilies because that is my top favorite flower.
Very nice flower.
Ones that would go around it would be accents of probably bluebells, carnations, because that is my mother's favorite flower, and I always love to have carnations with me. Any other flowers to go along with that would probably be small little accents, like probably like baby's breath, or there's this one other type that is, the name is eluding me. So a variety like that, I think, would probably be the best bouquet to represent myself.
Very nice.
Um,
Okay. And what is your favorite way to spend a day? What's your perfect day like?
Favorite way to spend a day? Not working. Um,
Solid answer. I would
not
heartily back that one up.
not working. Um,
Hmm.
I love my work. I do. I love my work. Do not ever get me wrong on that. Um, I like just, if okay, so the two sides of that. If I don't feel like going anywhere, just sit around in my jammies or comfortable attire of choice. Just watch trash TV or catch up on channels I'm subscribed to, play video games, hang with friends in a chat and just bullshit.
It's a good one.
Have
It's a good way to spend it.
have snacks, or like maybe it's the I want to have trash food day and I'm going to order in cuz I don't feel like cooking.
Hmm.
Um
Entirely reasonable.
or have like, a comfort food, like banana bread. Cuz I love baking banana bread. Uh any sort of goodies. If I'm to head out of the house, I like basically what the weather's doing right now. Is it's that nice in between of being sunny, but there's a little bit of a breeze. Um, Same to you, Menace. Like really, 100% like sincerity. Um, if I'm to go out, I like the weather to be this in between where it's sunny, there's a little bit of a breeze, it's not too hot, it's not too cold.
Hmm.
Sometimes I just like perusing downtown, in my area, because it's that nice, like, um, it's just a nice little city that you can kind of wander around, and you can go window shop, or you can go
Mm.
to, because we do have this lake that people can actually walk around. People have, used it for their runs, or they're just walking their dog or something. I am so delighted anytime I see people around this time of year when they bring their animals out. I've seen so many dogs. That could be the highlight of my day.
Hmm.
Um, Go just meander, go to the pier, just look at the water because I am in a coastal area. Um, if I feel like it, go stop in a cafe. If I've got like my stuff with me, I might draw. Um, it's
Very
just
nice.
it's
Yeah.
just those little things, like even window
Hmm.
shopping, the metaphysical shops that I love to pop in and say hi. And
Yeah.
just little simple things like that. Just go sit in the grass and just not think for a while.
It's a good mood.
It's either that or going out
Okay.
into the woods, or to the
Oh
beach.
yeah.
Um, so something like that.
Very nice. Do you have a favorite accent? It's to use, but I'll just say favorite accent.
Favorite accent. I'm trying to not just immediately like be like this one. Um,
Well, do it. Why not?
um. Well, I'd say probably it's a toss up between certain British accents or German.
Very nice. Yeah.
You know, yeah.
Okay. Are there any accents that you like to use yourself?
I like to use.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I also can't forget Southern because that would be a lie if I didn't say anything.
Of course. Yeah.
Oh
Goes
my.
without saying by this point again. The ghoul.
Oh, bless your heart. Honestly, as far as ones that I like to use, Gremlin. I don't know if that would be an accent. That's more of a voice. It is,
It's
however,
more of a mindset.
it's definitely a mindset, and it's just something that just kind of comes out on occasion, especially when I'm pissed off. Um, or if we're just going voices, the badgewing voice. Um, because it's always fun.
Exactly.
Because because they are my brain. As far as ones that I like to use, do my best Badger voice. Okay, give me a second.
Oh Lord, here we go.
But no, as far as ones that I like to use, it's just leaning into my southern roots. Because if anybody has heard me talk, and especially when I start to get very heated about something, it tends to slip out. You can thank my grandma for that on my mom's side. Dear God. 'Cause, you know, sometimes it's not hard for me to do. It just happens. I'm just Arthur Morgan in a different fucking font. It's so warm. There's just something about just the way that the twang is, and it's a variety of different southern. So do you oh, ma'am, sweet metalicious, my darling girl, would you like to have some sweet tea? I would like to give you some sweet tea. I don't need you going parched on me now.
There it is. There it is.
Oh, sweetheart. My best Badger impression. Give me a second.
No pressure. No pressure.
I mean, okay, like I could cop out and just be funny and be like, ha ha ha, sexy man voice in a British accent, Badger, Badger, Badger. Mike Moaner. Badger fact, Badger. I did this before, and I was like, wait, no. Oh no, well, we can't have that now. I mean, you know, I can't.
Nope.
I'm just like, nope. Because I'm trying to think about your particular inflection and how you speak. But immediately my mouth wants to go, nope, you're Southern. I'm like, no, that's not how that works.
You can, my darling.
Hey, who? Don't you start that.
I don't know what you're talking about. What are your favorite uncommon color palettes to work with?
Uncommon color palettes. Ooh. I have to think of what is uncommon for me. So I tend.
Well, you can interpret it how you like.
Well, I tend
uncommon
to.
for you or uncommon in general.
Well, I'm thinking more specifically with me because I tend to lean more like, unless I'm going for a particular theme and like minimal color palette, I generally lean towards cooler colors. Probably more uncommon for me is like more of those like sunny ochre warm tones, like honeyed tones. I've done it. Don't like nerd colors. I didn't say I didn't like nerd colors. So it's like a lot of the sunny tones, the warm yellowed, orange, ochre. I don't do them a lot. Because I do tend to lean, as I'm sure you guys can tell just by looking at the stream. I'm very cool colored coded.
I mean, you kind of pick up a little bit of a kind of a bluish, maybe a hint of purple vibe.
Maybe, just maybe.
Just a touch, violet and indigo.
You know, I also don't. Well, I guess it really depends because I'm also trying not to be like, but well, I did. You know, a lot of greenery, unless I'm really, really leaning into nature. Greener, and especially like the more yellowed greens, like I don't want to say pea green, but it's like the more natural greens, things like that. I'm not always on the warmer spectrum. It's very random, like for me, or if I'm feeling a particular mood.
Yeah. Okay, and this one can actually be taken in a couple ways. The last question. You create a lot of art inspired by movies and games. Do you ever do this with literature as well? So I
Ooh.
guess you can interpret that. Do you do a lot of art inspired by literature, or do you do a lot of literature inspired by movies and games? Your choice.
Oh. I do like the duality of that actually, that now that you put it that way. There is always inspiration from things for my literature. And if you guys haven't seen it in any of my writing, I would be pleasantly surprised. I would be pleasantly surprised because, I mean, shit, if you saw any of my campaign notes for my D&D campaign I was running, that's still on hiatus, it's literally, I just collaged things. um,
Mm-hmm.
as
Some
any,
of the best ways to do it, yeah.
you know, as anybody does.
Absolutely.
But,
How about for art as well?
um, hmm. I would have to say it would lean towards, there's there's only so few literature pieces that I would say had inspired art.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously leaning into surrealism and psychological horror. There is, of course, the problematic man, but you know, if we're talking and just kind of stripping the literature away from him, H.P. Lovecraft. Poetry is a big one.
I'm guessing with H.P. Lovecraft is more it's the setting itself rather than the actual author.
It is the setting. The author
Yeah.
is trash.
Indeed.
Absolutely.
Also, not particularly photogenic, but that's a different matter. Bless him.
That man had so many problems.
Oh Lord, yes.
But yes, the concept, the literature specifically, interesting, fascinating. Kind of going along that same vein, is the novel that was actually what inspired the game I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream.
Yes.
I need to stream that game at some point. I just remembered. But god damn it, there was another. Oh, no, I wouldn't say that. Actually, wait, no, that could count because it's still technically a novel in a way, even though it's also art based. But also his writings too, Neil Gaiman.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Definitely Neil Gaiman.
Fantastic author, yeah.
Yeah. There was legitimately another one that was in my head and it left me. Oh no. It ran away. But yeah, no, I'd say at the very least that covers a good few of them.
There are 387.44 million miles of printed circuits in wafer-thin layers that fill my complex. If the word hate was engraved on each nanoangstrom of those hundreds of millions of miles, it would not equate
Terry
one
Pratchett, yeah.
billionth of the hate I feel for humans.
Oh, Am.
Everyone's favorite angry computer.
We love you, Am. You eccentric bitch.
Oh yeah.
Definitely Terry Pratchett too. Yeah.
Good old Pratchett.
For sure. Jane Austen, I forgot. Oh god. We can't forget that because I am the walking epitome of that woman's writing. Yeah, no. So I'd say at least those few in terms of
Very
literature.
Nice. Indeed. Well, I guess. Were there any final questions we want to have from the chat?
Yes. If there's any final questions, we are opening the floor to this. Go a little bit longer because I think we've got a good rounded time here. But yes, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I don't know. I don't know how to answer
Why
that.
are you so nice? Yeah.
I don't I don't know how to answer this. Because I don't want to be cruel like a good percentage of the people out there as much as I could easily. Everybody deserves to be treated kindly. They deserve to smile, they deserve to be happy. You know. I'm just a little guy. I don't know.
There's a little guy. No. Well, I mean, it all shows very, very well. And yeah, awesome, fantastic artwork. And well, hopefully you see some more voice acting as well. I know I've got a collab from us that I need to. Whew, been there for a while, but I need to hunt down some nice demonic background noise.
Yes.
But yes, that should be good fun to do. And
I am excited.
hopefully some more fancy stuff in the future.
Yes.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah.
Hope you all guys had a lot of fun. And, thank you so much for your questions and for coming along, chatting with us, and yeah, throwing out some more ones into the field.
Yeah.
Hope it's been an enjoyable time. And of course, Riley, thank you very, very much.
Of course.
It was lovely to chat with you and pick your brains for all them funky brain thinks that we like.
Yeah. I see, of course I'll smooch you under the night sky menace. There's no question. Yeah, and jumping on that collab thing and projects. Well, I mean, he more or less covered some of it. I'm obviously going to poke at him and anybody else doing collabs. I do technically have a collab also with a non-Brit voice, if you guys know him. That he is editing at some point, and hoping to do some more collab stuff in the future.
Fantastic.
Other projects, there's a bajillion things. You just kind of have to watch my Twitter. And if I'm not yapping about stuff.
Once I send the audio stuff across, then hopefully there will be more bloopers once Riley is is confirmed that his schedule is free.
Yes.
Yes, anyway, there will be more bloopers soon.
Just throw them at me at any point. Because I must create more bloopers. It was so fun the first one. My audio account, if you just look up,
I believe it's the Riley O'Malley. Yeah.
It actually is not the Riley O'Malley on Reddit. It is just Riley O'Malley.
It is indeed, yeah.
Yeah,
correct.
I need to change that at some point if I can. But yeah, just Riley O'Malley, like my name, without the. And you're bound to find me if you see a little like purple-haired witch icon. That's me. I have a couple things up. I need to do more editing myself, to be fair, and get some more recording done. But yes, this was a lot of fun. I thank you so much. You're a wonderful co-host. I appreciate you more than I can say.
Very happy to be here.
Yeah, it's been wonderful. Thank you guys so much. I like I said, I don't expect people to, want to hear about me. I'm just here. And that's not deprecating in any way, I promise. But no, I do appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for joining us, and thank you again, Badger, for being my co-host and giving me the questions to answer. Thank you guys who sent questions both through the forum and in the chat. I do hope that you guys had a wonderful time. And yeah, here's hoping that I can get something a little more properly scheduled, and keep your eyes out on the horizon for any projects that either of us are doing, because there's going to be some really, really fun stuff in the near future. So yeah, with that, I shall bid y'all adieu. I hope you have a good time zone. Please remember to take care of yourselves. Drink your water. Take your medication. Have your food. If you have not eaten, please eat something, even if it's just grazing on a little snack. I love you. I appreciate you. I want you to take care of yourselves. And with that, have a good one.
See you now. Take care.